Hello, everybody. How you doing? How's your Saturday? Last Saturday of 2024. Look at this. We survived another year. And what a year it's been. Yeah, what a year it has been. It hasn't been that bad. There's been some ugly times. Not as many as previous years. Not as bad as previous years. So it hasn't been all that bad of a year. So, lost some family, lost some friends. Yeah. So, 2024 came in like a lion for me. So, yeah. But good news is it's going out like a lamb. So that's nice so far. Seeing as I've got a few days still to go. So yes, a few days. Dun, 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 dun. And then it'll be New Year's Eve. And then it'll be January 1st and the countdown to my birthday. So that'll be nice. Oh, yeah. How was your year? Oh, sorry, she's heavy. She's napping. Okay, she's not napping. She's kind of napping. Her eyes are half shut right there. Yeah, there they go. Oh, so she's hard on the neck. So like I said, my year hasn't been too bad. Came in like a lion, came in really sucky, but so far it's not leaving that way. So that's awesome. Hey Susan, my Christmas is quiet. Thank you for asking. My Christmas was quiet. Hubby and I didn't do anything, and we didn't see anybody. So we didn't see anybody. We didn't do anything. We just stayed at home. I crocheted or gamed Christmas Day. I gamed all day. It was awesome. I just played on my computer all day. I said no to crochet. Actually, no. I pulled out. I pulled out the one project I really wanted to do. I let myself do a crochet project that makes me happy instead of doing the order that I have to get done for my sister-in-law. And that's Smog the Dragon. So I worked on my granny squares or my African flowers Christmas Day. How was your day? How was your Christmas? Sorry, didn't mean to go on and on. It was a good Christmas day. I gamed for part of the day. I did crochet for part of the day. It was good. We had a nice dinner. So yeah, spent it with my family. But we didn't have a tree up or anything. You think it's funny that I call her a pain in the neck. It's because of this smart butt. That's my hubby. In case you're wondering if I just called a random person out in society, smart butt. No, I didn't. That's my husband, who actually is very smart. Hey, I am not a pain. I am a princess. There's a difference. If you don't like it, blame my parents. I told you they raised me as a brat. And I see no reason to change at this stage in my life. Oh, I'm glad you're out. Both start with a P. You're not funny. I'm glad you're out, Susan. You are out, right? You're out of the hospital. If you're still in the hospital, well, I hope you're getting better. My brother-in-law was in the hospital. He's been kind of living there, and they found him a place to live and just moved him suddenly without telling anybody on Christmas Day. Who moves people on Christmas Day? Like, oh well. Good. I'm glad you're home now. I'm sorry you were in the hospital for so long. Hope you're feeling better. Hope you're feeling stronger. Hope life is good to you. I got a cavity. I got a toothache. I really got to go into the dentist, but I'm really scared of dentists. Like, really scared of dentists. And I know I have medication. It's called Ativan. I can take an Ativan and not care, but I'm kind of nasty. I say bad things on Ativan, and I'm scared that I'll annoy people, as in piss them off. And I don't want to piss my husband off and fight with him if I'm going to the dentist. So, and I'm really scared of dentists. Have I said that? Really scared. So, it's sitting in that chair and having somebody lean over you and do something to you. It's too much. It really is. Hey, Britt, how are you? I'm glad you're better. I almost went to urgent care myself. Well, it's called emergency here, but I almost went. But the hospital's like an hour away, not quite that far, 45 minutes maybe. And I didn't want to go that badly. I should have gone though. I probably would have gotten on meds a lot sooner than suffering for like 6 weeks before I got on meds. It was 6.5 weeks. But I'm all better now. Literally finished all of my antibiotics. I'm now on Singular, which is a pill. I didn't know that. And I'm on the 2 inhalers and I'm doing good. I just wish I could remember to take the inhalers more often because I don't. I forget about them. And they're right in front of my computer when I'm downstairs. Like, I stare at them all the time and think to myself, yeah, I gotta take it. I just don't want to do it right now. Don't want to do it right now. Don't want to do it right now. And before I know it, it's like time for bed. I'm really good at ignoring things. Yeah, it's easy, isn't it? To find out you're sicker than you really were. Like, doctor, when I finally saw the doctor, he put me on really good antibiotics. Antibiotics. He said they're very strong. And he told me to take 2 a day. And I did. I took 2 a day, or it was two twice a day. And I did that. And I took it like I was supposed to the whole course, but I still coughed after. I still wasn't feeling good. Not as bad as before, but I still had a bad cough. So I had to go back in and see him. And he gave me 2 different antibiotics, Singular for asthma, and 2 different inhalers. And I feel so much better now. I still cough, but I don't cough that bad anymore. And I'm feeling so much better. I really am starting to feel better. So, yeah, yay for medicine. I had a really bad lung infection, is what the doctor said. I don't know what that means, but that's all because that's all he said to me. I had a really bad lung infection that was resistant to what he gave me the first time because it hadn't cleared up. So he gave me another antibiotic. One of the ones he gave me, he said, was supposed to actually clean the lungs out from the remnants of a previous infection or something. I don't know. Anyway, I'm better. And that's the important thing. And you're better too, and that's awesome. I'm glad to hear it. And Brit's okay, which is awesome. I shouldn't be drinking pop, but I am. You know, it's easy to push your health aside because you don't feel that sick. And see, my issue started with a head cold, and then it went down my lungs, and I felt it going down into my lungs, and I knew then I was going to get really sick. Because when something moves into my lungs, it's really hard for me to get rid of it. It's been that way all my life. That's awesome, Susan. I'm happy for you. That's awesome. I'm glad your Christmas wish came true and you got out of the hospital. I probably would have maybe not gone in, but I probably would have had my x rays first sooner. But yeah, he sent me for blood work and x rays. And the x rays came back fine, but the blood work still showed I had an infection somewhere. So, and then I had a coughing fit in his office, and he said, and he listened to my chest, and I still had a rattle in there. So, hence the two antibiotics and the singular. And I have to say, I'm doing so much better. So, I like this doctor. He listens to you. He really does. Yeah. I owe him some money for a form fill out. So, Indian Native Affairs being picky, saying, well, we don't generally, what did they say? They turned down my application for funding for Insure, which is a dietary supplement. It's a meal replacement. And I want to start taking it, but I don't want to pay for it. I want it to be covered. So Dr. Lim filled out a prescription because my prescriptions are covered. And the pharmacy came back to me saying that they had to, or no, the doctor's office came back to me saying they couldn't find me in the system to fill out the forms for Indian and Native Indian and Northern Affairs or whatever it's called. I can't remember. They changed their name, but it's all good. They know me by one name. The rest of the country knows me by another. It should be everybody should get on the same page, but I don't know how to make them. So you are now on oxygen. You be careful with that. No candles. Things go boom. You be careful. Yeah, oxygen. We have two oxygen generators. They're not called that. I can't remember what they're called. Maybe they are called generators. Yes, now no cooking. Oh, that could be a plus. Is that a plus? I hardly cook now. I do cook sometimes. I'm cooking tomorrow because we're cooking a turkey, and I do the dead birds. Yes, I do them well. Everybody loves my turkey. And my husband makes the stuffing, and then I take the stuffing and stuff the bird, and then season the bird, and then put the bird in the oven, and then I leave it alone for an hour, hour and a half, and then I go in and I poke it because that's usually when the fat balls start appearing under the skin, and I don't want those. I don't. My husband likes a dry turkey, so I poke holes in it because I mean it's going to be juicy anyway. It doesn't need those little fat balls. So every time I see one, I poke it. So I put lots of holes in the turkey with my meat fork. I go poke, 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 poke all over the place, and then I baste it and I put it back in the oven. And I forget about it, and then about an hour and a half later, I go back and I baste it again, and I poke more holes into it. And that's all I do. Forget about it. And then it reminds me it's in the oven when I start to smell it really strong. Then it's like, oh yeah, I got a turkey in the oven. Do 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 do. Oh look, it's done, and it looks gorgeous. That's how I do my turkeys. But my husband tends to cook, so I'm lucky, and he's a really good cook. Tonight he made chicken stir fry. Oh, I love his chicken stir fry. I would eat it all the time. I would, and it's only going to be better tomorrow because you know how um when you use spices, things taste better the next day. Well, it's going to taste better the next day. It's going to be awesome. Hi, Regina. How are you? Yes, and then the real work begins. What, the turkey? Don't forget to make the stuffing. If we're doing turkey tomorrow, you need to make the stuffing tonight. The gravy, the mashed potatoes, the veggies. Oh, yeah. Your job. You're right. I can make the gravy. I haven't made gravy in ages, but I can make it. I think I overthink it. I think that's my problem. Because I used to make gravy at home all the time. And it was always good. Always yummy gravy. Sometimes it was lumpy, sometimes it wasn't lumpy. I cherish the times it came out perfect, but can't be consistent all the time, otherwise my nickname wouldn't be Chaos. Kids named me Chaos when I was younger. Okay, when they were younger. Kind of scary when you think about it. I mean, how bad could I be for my kids to name me Chaos? my my bestie, Michelle, she was their babysitter. They nicknamed her Evil. But me, no. I was Chaos. Yeah, my 4-year-old thought that was funny. He called me Chaos. And Todd was 12, and he called me Chaos. He loved it. Yeah, I was Chaos. I'm good, Regina. Thank you. I'm had a good Christmas. How was your Christmas? So yeah, my kids nicknamed me Chaos. Like your kids nickname you. If you don't have a nickname for from your kids, you ask your kids what they name you, what they called you. They might not answer you though. It might be bad. I don't know. Chaos isn't bad in the scheme of things. It really isn't really not. I mean, I just looked at Michelle and said, "Ha ha, you're evil." Ha ha. They still refer to her as that. She's sweet and nice, and she will mother everything given half a chance. And she has like a zoo. Literally, she's got so many reptiles, and then she also has ferrets, dogs, um, cats. I think she had a bird at one time. She had a saltwater aquarium also. Hi, how are you? Really? My little co-anchor, little bit. Hi. No, thank you. Such a good girl. Such a good girl. hmm So this is um a gift to myself when in October my hubby said I could. My hubby said I could get a puppy, so I got a puppy. And she was 4 months in October. So she's 5 months now. And she's Chihuahua. She's so cute. You should see her run. She is so cute. Oh my goodness. She thinks it's so fun to run into the house and away from me because I like to catch her at the back door and carry her into the house. I did that from the time she was little, right? But she's at that age, she just wants to run. So when she finally does come in from outside, because man, she just runs when I let her outside to do her business, and she just doesn't like to come in most days. Um, she thinks it's fun to run inside the house and run all the way to the living room and start playing with a toy because she's run away from mom, and it's funny watching her. And she hasn't run away from me. I chose not to chase her. Yeah, you're not fooling anybody. And I got you fooled. Yes, I do, Little Miss. But other than that, um, my Christmas gifts are in the mail that I ordered for the family. I ordered them from Timu, so and they're not much, very little, but gotta thank Mr. Trudeau and his money. Just money doesn't go as far as it used to. But I got a roof over my head. I got power to run the heaters, because I got one going right now. You're so cute. Yes, you are. Aww, you're so adorable. Yes, you are. She loves it when we go to bed. She sleeps with us in my arms. She falls asleep in my arms, and then she generally moves throughout the night. And her favorite spot is actually to sleep behind me with hubby or close to hubby. And yesterday he was, I can't remember if he was calling her or she got away from me, but she stepped all over my face in her haste to get to him. And she couldn't get to him because I have her on her leash, which is wrapped around my hand, because she doesn't go far. But I don't want her to just run around the bed because I don't want her to play while we're sleeping. So I put her on her. I have a leash in the room. It's one of those little tiny cat leashes. So I wrap my hand on it, around it. Wrap it around my hand. Whoa. It's always this hand because this hand goes underneath the pillow and I sleep like that. So don't do that. Oh, you poor thing. She's got a really good appetite and she's getting really big. Yeah, she eats the same food except for different wet because she cannot be on poultry. And Gus's wet food is chicken based or turkey based. I don't know if Kirkland comes out with a beef based canned dog food. I should check because if they do, I should order some. It would be nice if Costco had it, but all they have in the wet stuff is chicken or turkey, and she can't have poultry. It made her really ill when she was 4 months old when I got her. She was really ill from eating chicken based food. So yeah, you've never been on chicken based food, have you? No, Mama put you right on beef based right as soon as she got you. Yeah, she went right to the pet store and got a free bag of dog food that was beef and venison based. It was nice dog food. And then I got it was 30 pounds for a little bag. Like a little bag, you know? The small bag, over $30 for that, but it was free. So I took it home and she started getting healthy and she started putting on weight again. And you've just been growing like a mad weed. Yes, you have. You're such a big puppy. Such a big puppy now. Yes, you are. She loves to chew. Yes, she does. She loves to chew. She wants to get away so she can explore my desk. Because this is the highest I've let her be. She's usually in the sling, and I usually don't let her crawl out. But meh, that's Christmas time. You know, I'm getting kisses right now. Either that or you're texturizing me or chewing on me later. Oh, look at that big mouth. Such a sweetheart. She barked today. Hubby went out in his snow gear, well, his jacket and his balaclava, and he was using his leaf blower. He's got a nice big engine leaf blower backpack, and he turned it on, and he went, and she didn't react when he turned it on. It was as he was coming back in the house. He opened the door and the leaf blower was still on. I don't know, maybe he stepped really hard. There was a thud, and it wasn't really loud, but it was enough to startle her, and she barked. And she barks like a hound dog. Aroo, aroo. Don't you? Yes, you do. You don't go yap, 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 yap. No, you go aroo. Yes, you do. Well, you did the yap, yow. Yap, yow. Yeah, you did. You were so cute. Oh, and she loves Gus. Loves him. To the point where she doesn't understand personal space. Yeah, she gets in the face of everybody. She gets in the face of the cat. Cat doesn't love her, but the cat tolerates her quite a bit. I'm quite impressed with the cat because he hasn't scarred her or plucked out her eyes yet. And he swatted at her, but I don't think his claws have really been out because he's hit her, but she hasn't yelped. But she does calm down after he hits her. Actually, she's learned. So Gus just growls. He just does a quick grr and turns away when she's just really annoying and in the face. But she just wants to play so bad. Hey, you're at that age, aren't you? Yeah, yes you are. You're at that age. Okay, that's enough. Such a sweetheart. She's gonna need a bath soon. She's starting to get dirty playing in the snow outside. So I noticed because some of these blemishes aren't necessarily spots of her coat. I've been noticing some of them are starting to look like they're dirt, accumulated dirt. So I was thinking she should have a bath. Okay, get some hot water going, then wash you in the kitchen sink, and then we'll have to rinse the kitchen sink out really well. Because Daddy doesn't like it when I wash you in the kitchen sink, but it's really easy. Eh? It's really easy. It's easier than doing it in the tub. If Mom could fit Gus into the kitchen sink, Mom would do it. Because it's easy. Washing Gus in the tub was really hard on Mommy's knees. But I did it. I got him in the tub and I got him wet and I got him all sudsy. And I rinsed him as best I could, but I couldn't rinse him all that well. I did what I could though. And yeah, that was Gus's bath. And I've now resigned myself to having a stinky dog until I go back into a city and I have time to go to Petland and one that has the dog washing facilities and actually wash my dog properly in that place. Yeah. Yes, because they have everything mommy needs and a nice walk-in tub for Gussie. Yeah, one I can stand and wash him. Yeah, stand and wash him. I don't need anything like that for you. No, you're little. You like my diamonds too much. You never mind. You're such a girl dog. Hey, Robert, how are you? Merry Christmas. I hope your Christmas was good. Hi, how are you? You come here often. So the last Saturday of 2024. Yeah, I was reminiscing about my year. And all in all, it hasn't been that bad. We got a fair bit done, crochet wise. Um, Made a lot of sweaters. And let me see, got a nice tan, went camping. Camping was so epically fun. Doing it again this year, or in 2025, doing it again. Must go camping every year. It was so epically fun. We have a perfect spot set up or picked out, so we'll just rent the same one. And yeah, If you haven't seen the videos, I think I made a couple of shorts over the camping trip. You should go watch those. I show off our setup. It was pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. I have to say, I liked the way it was set up. It was set up one way the first day, and then the next day we changed it, hubby and I. And then my friend came out because she came out the second day. Because the second day was Friday. Yes, it was. Yes, it was. And then we were supposed to get a puppy that weekend. Hubby fell in love. No, hubby met a dog and he fell in love with it, and he didn't bring it back. He didn't know how I'd react. So anyway, long story short, we were gonna get that puppy, and then the owner said no. It was very disappointing because my husband fell in love with that puppy. Our puppy fell in love with him. And he deserves to have his own puppy. He does. But no, I had to have the dog. I did. Can't complain. Can I? No, because I have the dog now. Daddy, this is your turn to look at the camera and say, yes, it's me. No? Okay. She's shy. She's shy. Well, she's just wondering why I keep yapping. Who are you talking to, Mom? Hi. No. I'm joking. No, she's not yours. She's all mine. Mine, 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 mine. I feed her. When she makes a mess in the house in her crate, I clean up after her. I give her water. I sleep with her, or she sleeps with me. Yeah, she's mine. I'm training her to be an emotional service dog, emotional support dog, because I'm going to need one. Ah, sweetie. He knows how happy she makes me. Hey? Yeah, mommy not so depressed around you. No, you make me happy. These guys are great. Oh, that's okay, Susan. Thanks for coming back. Robert wants my puppy. Hubby said no. Yeah, Daddy said no in his own way. Ah, no, he's just gonna take it. Okay, she's just gonna take it, folks. No kisses. Yeah, you yawn with those sharp little teethies. Yes, you yawn with those sharp little teethies. So if you're interested in yarn hauls, I made a video. It should be on my channel. I had a Last yarn haul of 2024. Yes, because I am not ordering any more yarn till the end of the month or before the end of the month. Not ordering any more yarn. No, not for a bit. I got so much yarn. And all the projects that I'm thinking of doing that I'm coming up with, I'm actually using up what I've got here because I've got lots of yarn. So some things I'll need to buy more of because I didn't purchase enough. But like right now, I'm doing a cat cave. I've got enough yarn to finish the cat cave easily. Oh, nice, Robert. I want one of those. But we exchange for the toaster. I want one of the ones that you put over the mason jars and it seals the mason jars up because I want to. We buy flour in bulk, like we buy the big bags of flour, and I find they start tasting old, and we put them in pails, in plastic bags, in pails, you know, everything sterile and clean, and they still taste old because I don't cook with it fast enough. So I want to get that rid of that old taste. Like it's still good yarn flour. It hasn't gone bad. It just starts. I'm really sensitive to flour. I don't know. Maybe people can't taste it. My husband says it's in my head, but I can taste it. Trade even for the puppy. No. Oh yes. We'll have to see how long it lasts. But I want. I used to have a food sealer, a vacuum food sealer, and I had the bags for it and everything, and I used it all the time, and then it just got used up. It was one of the first models, you know, kind of flimsy made. Didn't it lasted about 3 years or something like that, and then it went kaput. And I never did replace it, and now I want one just because we go through a lot of Ziploc bags, and it's just we throw those out. And I know we would throw out the other plastic bags, but the other plastic bags are degradable, aren't they? Like, ow, stop it. I don't know. So anyway, I want the one that fits over the mason jars. I think that would be something I could use because then I would can all of the flour. And I would can the crackers because crackers tend to go old tasting by the time we get to the end of them because we like to buy the big Ritz box because it just makes sense. We buy in bulk as much as we can because then we have it for multiple months instead of just one or a couple of weeks. We're letting her chew on me because I didn't bring in a toy and she's getting bored. Okay, and I won't let you run around in here. Too many things for you to get into, and you like the taste of yarn. Yes, you're in your chewing on strings is a good thing phase. And I got too many strings. Yes, I do. I'm surrounded by strings, aren't I? There's strings everywhere you look. Yeah. So, does anybody have anything planned for New Year's? Not me. Um, I'll probably take that game that day and play on my computer all day. Um, because it's New Year's. I tend to do things like that on special days. Like my favorite, like my birthday's coming up in January, and I'll tell you exactly what I'll do in January on my birthday. I'll sleep as long as the puppies will let me sleep. Today it was 6 o'clock. I've been up since 6 o'clock this morning because of my dogs. That one back there, Gus, he woke me up, be whining to get out. So you're just gonna rest? Yeah, I think I'm going to rest by gaming on my computer all day and as long into the night as I can. I usually stay up till midnight and ring in the new year, and then I shut off my computer and go to bed. But I usually stay up till midnight. So I'll stay up till midnight, I'll game, and then I'll go to bed. And that'll be my New Year's. Yeah. And my birthday, my perfect day is sleeping for as long as the dogs will let me sleep, and then getting up, having brekkie, and either having it made for me or just getting it myself. It's not a big deal. But having brekkie and then getting on my computer. Yeah. Hopefully I'll have everything done that I have to have done because I'm on a bit of a time frame with the cat cave. That's why I crocheted all day. And I did. I crocheted all day. I would be done the damn cat cave if I hadn't ripped it back. But I did. I made it too small to begin with. So I had to rip it back and make it bigger. And I made it bigger. So now I'm just starting to decrease it. And my birthday is January 16th. January 16th. I'm a Capricorn. I'm going to put you back in your sling if you don't behave. Hang on. I need to get a drink. Sorry, I needed that. Oh no, Susan, that's sucky. You know what you should do? You should take a day now and just take a day for your birthday and do the cake, do the supper out or the lunch out, friends, family, and just take a day because you're in the hospital on your birthday, so go celebrate it now, girl. Who's gonna say no? You got my vote for yes, and that's what I would do. I would go ahead and treat myself. Hey, mommy's all about treating herself. I am. I learned from my mother, who treated herself to fine art and, well, not fine art, but what she could afford. She was very artsy. I've got several pieces of her art. It's all collectible. She was into collector's plates, and I have them. I have no place to put them up, which is unfortunate because there's a couple of series that I would like to put up. Like I've got the Grimm's Fairy Tales series. I grew up on Grimm's Fairy Tales. My first book, excuse me, is a thick volume. All the pages are gilded, which is like gold on the outside. Um, and it's bound in fabric and it's illustrated. Not every story, but it's an illustrated copy. It's gorgeous and I love it. And it's old. It was a library book because that's all I ever got is all of my books handed down to me by my family are all library books. My grandfather was a principal, and my aunt was a librarian for a time. high. So anyway, regardless how I got it, I love it. And so that's my first book. So Grimm's Fairy Tales means a lot to me. Okay, okay, get in there. Time for you to hang because you're just driving me nuts on my lap. Ah, but that's what I would do, Susan. I would go ahead and I would treat myself again since I was done. If I was in the hospital for my birthday, I would go out for lunch. I'd call my cousin actually and say, "Let's go to our favorite lunch spot, which is the Olive Garden. We like to go there for lunch." And yeah, we'd do lunch. I miss my cousin. She's an older lady. She's my mom's cousin. She would technically be my great cousin, but I love her. She's such a sweet lady, and I owe her a visit next time I'm in Saskatoon. So, oh, you do too? That's awesome. You have to take care of yourself. You do, and part of that taking care of yourself is to love yourself, and part of loving yourself is pampering yourself. However you do it. I like materialistic pampering. Sorry, that's just what I like. I'm not into the. I used to be into getting my nails done, getting my hair done, getting my makeup done. Now that doesn't interest me. Part of it is because I live in such a small village. None of those services are close by. I would have to travel to renew my nails. I would have to travel to get another, like to keep my hairstyle. I would have to travel to do the makeup thing. Um, and it's just not me anymore anyway. I don't even wear makeup on a daily basis. I don't even moisturize my face. So, um, what I would go in for is I would spoil myself with going out for coffee or lunch with friends or family, like my cousin, or better yet, friends and family. Have a nice big party. I would, I would say go shopping, but that doesn't interest me either. For a simple fact, it's really hard for me to walk and talk, and if you can't walk and talk at the same time because of lack of airflow, then perhaps you shouldn't be walking. I don't know. That's just how I take it. So, let me see. What else do I like to pamper my? So my pampering, my self love comes in my computer games. I love nothing more than a hack and slash in a computer game. Makes me happy. Um, Bubble baths, long hot baths with candles. I like candles. That makes me happy. I like long hot baths. Kind of hard to do it here with no hot running water, but we do get by. We make it. It's four big pots of water to fill the tub. Well, it doesn't fill it. It and it's hot, hot water. So by the time I add enough cold so that I can survive it, the tub is full. And that's how we do hot water tubs here. Now, takes four. We got big canning pots. Excuse me, two of them. Two big canning pots, black enamel canning pots. So that's what we do. For those of really hot water, and then I add enough cold and swirl it all around. And by the time it's cool enough that I can get in, it's a full tub. So yeah. So what's it like having hot running water? I remember it. It was so much fun. What else do I do to pamper myself? That's pretty much it lately. Well, calling my girlfriends, talking to them, like nothing more than a good gab session with a girlfriend. So yeah, you know, that's what I do for self love. I pamper myself that way nowadays, just because I can't do my nails, I can't do my hair, I can't do the makeup thing. Well, I won't do the makeup thing. So yeah, my self love pampering comes into the form of gaming all day. That's what I call an awesome pampered day. It's when I got to game all day, especially when my hubby brings me my drinks or my food, because he's done that before a couple of times. He'll bring me food, snacks throughout the day. I just love that. I think that's just awesome. Doesn't take much, you know, and I just think it's awesome. Puts me through the moon. Oh, I'm so easy to make happy. Just pay some attention to me and pamper me a little, and I'm yours. Isn't that sad? So yeah, I hope everybody gets pampered this New Year's and in 2025. Why save it for one day? I think we need to start a movement. More pampering, more self love. Yes. Because if you don't love yourself, you have to learn to love yourself, because if you don't love yourself, how can somebody else learn to love you? You have to love yourself. You have to accept all that part of you. And it was a hard lesson for me to learn. It's still something that I fight with, because I don't like my other half. Like, everybody's got two halves to them, right? I don't like my animal side. She's too wild, and I'm just not that person. So it's like your inner child. I got her shut away too. Yeah, that's probably a good thing. She comes out when I game. Because let's face it, how many adults spend all day gaming? They're usually busy adulting, and I try really hard not to do that. Seriously. I would adult if I had to adult, but I raised my kids. I don't have a job because I can't work, so I crochet and I game. And in the summer, I paint and I bead and I go outside sometimes. My husband would sit downstairs. He's probably laughing if he's listening. Have I done a corner to corner blanket? I have not finished it, but I have a corner to corner gingham blanket on the go. Two of them. So, yeah, I just didn't finish them. I have great startitis. Honest to goodness. I start everything. I just have a hard time following through and finishing it. This whole side of my room is all projects. There's a few odd balls of yarn here and there, but most of it is projects and bags. This side over here is the yarn, and they're both high. They're both from the walls out to here. You know, like, I have a strip in the middle here, from the door to here, and it's clear, and that's it. Everywhere else, my floor is, well, there's a little bit of a strip right here, so I could get to. I have power strip over there hanging on the wall. Big, um, it's a big, awesome power strip with lights. Um, it's an industrial strength one, and you can turn on the lights, turn them off. They flip out, and there's a cell phone holder. There's two USB ports, and then there's one, two, three, four, five, 10, uh, 10 outlets on it. It's just awesome. So I got it hanging on the wall over there, and that's actually where my computer is plugged in right now. And I've got my phone charging actually from over there. Let me see where it's at right now. Oh, 100%. Yay! I can unplug you now. There we go. Oh, somebody stinks. Somebody's gassy. I think it's this little girl here, but I'm not sure. Could be Gus. But I smell it all the time, and it's usually after she eats. So, and because I smell it all the time around me, and she's always around me, and Gus not isn't necessarily around me, I have to say it's probably her. Which means probably because I'm feeding her Caesars, and it doesn't agree with her. It gives her gas. So after I'm finished Caesars, I'm gonna try maybe finding some other stuff for her. We'll see, because she's got gas and stinky gas. Yeah, I can't wait till it's spring. We're gonna have so much fun training in the yard. Yes, we are. Introduced her to treats the other day. I gave her a couple of treats. Hard for her to chew, but she liked them. They're a beef-based treat. They say beef flavor. Beef is the first ingredient, and then chicken. And I think those are the ones hubby bought, because I know he bought ones that he thought were beef, and they say they're beef, but then the second ingredient is chicken. I hate it when they do that. But she's doing okay on them, so I gave her a whole treat yesterday. They're like two little rods stuck together. So I just separate them and I give her a piece at a time. Because they're not very big pieces. They're designed for little dogs, but she's still little. She was struggling eating a full one, so I broke it up for her. It's like Gus. Gus didn't know what a treat was. When they train dogs, they don't train them with treats. Uh, they train them because they're real trainers. So, I mean, they use treats to get the dog interested to teach the basic command. But after that, the dog is on his own. They expect to do it without treats, and they do. So Gus didn't know what a treat was. Well, he didn't know what a bone was. When I brought him home, gave him a bone, he fell in love. Now he loves bones. Didn't know what a cookie was. It's sad. But he was a well trained service dog. Still is a well trained service dog. I get compliments all the time when we're out about what a good looking, well trained dog he is. And he is a very well trained dog. But he could stand to lose some weight, and I could work with him some more. But it's really hard to go out when it's cold out because I don't like it cold. No. And hubby can say all he wants that -1 is not cold. It's still minus and there's still cold outside. And I know this because it snows out there. I'll go out when there's grass. I like grass. I won't see grass now until spring because we got so much snow. Like seriously, there's like 2 feet of snow in my yard. Our truck in the backyard is almost snowed in. Well, it is snowed in, but it's almost covered in snow completely. Like the snow drifts are up to its hood. It's a big truck. So, yeah, lots of snow. And it all came in November and December. We got so much snow. We got enough snow all of winter in December. We did. In 2 snowfalls, it seems. We just got dumped on. And then the beginning of December, we got a little bit of snow. And it's been snowing the past couple of days. But yeah, we got really dumped on in November. We had no snow for Halloween. It was awesome. The kids got a great Halloween. We only got like 10 kids. It was very sad. But they put a frickin' time limit on uh trick or treating this year, and could only do it from 3 till 7. 3 till 7. 7. Absolutely ridiculous. Like seriously, absolutely ridiculous. But whatever. I don't make the rules. I don't even go to council meetings, but I might start because some of the stuff that I've heard come out of those council meetings, somebody should go and report on it. But then I realized if I go, then I'd have to do something about it if I saw something wrong being done wrong, and because that's my nature. If I see something wrong, I want to correct it, right? I can't just turn the other cheek and walk away. No, Trish wants to correct it. Get out of my way. I can do it better than you. No, see? This is how come I get into so much trouble. So yeah, I have issues. We all do. I'm no different than anybody else. I just got issues. My issues have issues. So I picked up yarn today, and if you don't know about this trick, I highly suggest you get some of these. Here's a big one. It's these barrettes. They come in various sizes. As you can see, that was a big one, and this is a small one. But they keep your tail from sliding out. It's a center pull ball. Just a tip, I don't know if you knew about it, and they're cheap as borscht. Like you can find them in the dollar store. They're cheap breaths. They have an actual name, but I don't know what they're called. But you want, let me get one of the little ones. You want this style. And they open up like this. You just bend them close. And they keep your ends from unraveling on yarn balls. See? And I did this one yesterday. So hubby said, "Why are you buying all those breads?" That's why. And they're cheap like borscht. So I bought them. And I'm using them. All of those, that's on that tier there, that's all used up, caked yarn. And it's all starting to come unwound. As you can see, my red has a tail that's dropping down all the way down to here, red. So I have to clean it up. But I want to say I got a Temu order with one of those things to go over the door. But I don't know if I do or not. Don't think I do. I don't think I've put in a Temu order since we ordered our cots. We ordered cots on Temu. Camping cots. Hopefully they'll come in. I won't have been lost in the mail. I know Temu's bad. You either like Temu or you don't like Temu or you've heard bad things about Temu. I don't know. I shop at Temu all the time. I am not worried about scams. They have never contacted me asking for money, and if they did, I know it's a scam because they say in Temu they will never contact you and ask you for money. Even their delivery service will not contact you and ask you for money. If they do, it's a scam. So, I don't know. I like ordering from Temu. Hey, Regina. You ordered you some of those breads? Awesome. They're handy. I love it. I love it. So I use them all the time for my yarn balls. I have lots of yarn balls though, because I was gifted a bunch of yarn too. And oh, puppy, I'm trying to talk here. Oh, anyway, sorry about that. Yes, that was you. That came from that end. You should really have a talk with that end and say, what the hell? Anyway, where was I? I don't know. That noxious cloud just drove out all the ghost spots. But yeah, they're cheap barrettes. You can get them in multiples, easy, like a pack of 25 or whatever. And they come in pairs. So yeah, okay, it would be a pack of 24. But I bought some new air fresheners because I have air freshener in this room. And people ask me why when they win giveaways, why my yarn smells so pretty. That would be why. It sits in a room that has air freshener in it, like one of those plugins that's always working. Yeah, one of those. I dial it down to little minimum and just leave it in there for the month. And this room always smells nice. Then my husband complains because he smells it all the way downstairs. He has a very sensitive nose, and everything plugs him up. But I love scents. Love scents. Can't say anything about them. Believe very heavily in aromatherapy. Um, have for many, many, many decades. And one of my favorite scents is sandalwood. Another one is patchouli. And sandalwood and patchouli go well together. They do. So, yeah, we're opposites, my hubby and I, but we make it work. I have a little, and I mean little, oil burner over there. It's ceramic. You put the candle in the bottom and then you fill the bowl up with water, and then I put a couple of drops. And it's just a couple of drops, nothing too nasty, and it's nice. I like it. Um, yeah, other than that, I had a good year. I hope you all did too. I'm excited about 2025 and my level up day. And I can't remember. I think hubby and I will have been married for 17 years in 2025, or is it 16 years? 17 years. Holy crap, a duck. We'll have been married for 17 years, hand fasted for 18. Will you stop licking my watch band? You're not going to get a chance to chew it. She loves chewing on my, she likes chewing on my watch band. Sorry. Hi, Cricket. How are you? Welcome in. You got 120 for six something? Holy crap. Where did you order them from? I want that deal. Shh, don't tell hubby. I love those Bretts, though. It's great for stopping yarn from unraveling. I think I got one on here, too. Yeah, I do. See? Yeah, I know. I'm surrounded by yarn. I was caking up yarn earlier today. I should cake up more of my balls of yarn. If there's not enough to put in a cake, I make it a ball. And some balls I just wind up instead of making them a cake like this. This could be a cake. It would actually be a bigger cake than this. So, and I might make this a cake. I'm not sure yet, but right now it's a ball. But if they're smaller than this, they just stay a ball. And my friend, my friend in North Battleford, she just bought me a glass cookie jar. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. It's like an apothecary jar, except it's tall and it's got a big wide neck on it. And that's where all of my little balls of yarn are going, is in that. I think it'll just look so cute, filled with little balls of yarn. And I got lots of little balls of yarn, like lots of little balls of yarn. Acrylic, cotton, blanket yarn. So if they're small, they'll go in there. If they're a cake, they'll go on my door. I think that's how I'm going to do it. Wow, Cricket, 23 years married. That's awesome. And Regina's on your 31 years of marriage. That's awesome. I want to be you guys when I grow up. Beat your first marriage of 21 years. Well, there you go. I beat my first marriage of 3 years. Okay, 8 months. We were together for 3 years before we got married. Should not have gotten married. I knew when we were getting married it wasn't going to last, because I remember when it came time for me to say my vows, I was saying my vows. I remember thinking in my head, when it came time to say till death do us part, I was saying in my head, or until as long as we stay together. And I knew then it wouldn't last. I knew then. And sure enough, we moved to Saskatoon. And 8 months later, after a few fights, because he completely changed, um, I introduced him to my friends in Saskatoon, because I had friends in Saskatoon. And I introduced him to those friends. And we started going out for coffee with those friends. And then he stopped wanting me to go with him because it was too hard taking both kids because he had his daughter and I had my son. And it was too hard taking both kids. They didn't like to sit there for hours while the adults drank coffee and talked. And he was right. No, they didn't. They were kids. So I was encouraged to stay behind. And I resented that. And it got to the point where I was always left out. And I got really pissed off. And then my bestie at the time got really pissed off and she kidnapped me. Literally kidnapped me, kept me from going home for 12 hours. Yeah. You put them to all your little balls you put together and make a big cake, but all the same kind of yarn. Yeah, I get that. It would all have to be like acrylic. Or do you mean the same weight of yarn? Can you tell Cricket I said hello? Cricket, Robert said hello. CDC Vintage and Mechanical. He says hello. I see you, Robert, so I'm sure she could see you. Yeah. Anyway, marriage didn't last longer. 8 months. He said he would move to Edmonton. His cousin got him a job in construction. And he'd call me when Todd was out of school. We move us down there in the summer because my son was in school. And I didn't really believe him, but what could I do? Nail his foot to the floor? No. So I said goodbye. I kept one piece of his. It's a leather, 100% genuine leather Harley backpack with radio in it. I kept that because I know it's going to be worth money. The same kind and size. Okay, cool. Just because that's my idea to do with the little balls I have. But I wanted to know, is it just like acrylic? Can it be different sizes? But no, if they're different sizes, like they have to all be the same weight. That makes sense. Ah, there you go. She just had to switch to live chat. Now she sees you. You were hiding on her on top chat. That top chat, eh? That always screws me up too. I made sure I had it checked off today to live chat. Your holiday was good, but you're glad it's over. I get that. I don't. I had a good, quiet holiday. It was just another day to us, though, because it didn't really feel like, I haven't felt very Christmassy this year. So I just allowed myself to just treat it like any other day. I didn't feel guilty about it or anything. I just said, this is how it's going to be for me. And hubby doesn't celebrate Christmas, so it wasn't a big deal for him. And Todd, my son, he doesn't care. So yeah, we all did our own thing. Like Todd stayed in his room and he gamed all day. I sat downstairs next to hubby and I gamed all day while he gamed and watched TV. He did both because he does both. Me, I can game and watch TV, but I really prefer to just focus on my gaming. But that doesn't mean I don't get out of my gaming if there's something good, like a Star Wars show. I'll always get out of my gaming to watch a Star Wars show, or I'll keep gaming, but I'm watching as I'm killing something. Oh yeah, no, no, be quiet. I gotta listen to this conversation here. Like I make it work. I make it work. I make it work. And the puppies didn't care. So we don't have little kids, and like my oldest lives with us, and he's 35. So And he only lives with us because otherwise he was going to be homeless. Yeah. This just really bad financial situations, you know, happening in Alberta and Saskatchewan and Manitoba, all across the country, you know. And he was going to be homeless in Leduc, and there was nothing he could do. There's no way out of it. It was just what it was going to be. And I said, no, you're not going to be homeless. You pack up what you can pack up. You can bring your suitcase, your backpack, and I think a bag, like a trunk or something or a box. Pack what you have to pack. Pack the essentials and stuff you can't live with, and get your butt to Saskatchewan. And he did, and he's been here ever since. This isn't. Stop eating my computer. This isn't the best place for him. There's nothing here to do, and there's no job prospects. I mean, thank goodness he's got a job at the local watering hole, but he gets maybe one shift a week. I mean, he tries. He's going to be here forever. His only hope is to hopefully get um, approved for schooling. Yes, that was my gut. Approved for schooling. Hopefully, he can get approved for schooling. This year it didn't work out, but hopefully next year he will. Oh, oh, Cricket, I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Yeah, my brother-in-law just lost his best friend. Was just talking to him. Called him up on Tuesday, Wednesday, to see how he was doing. Found out he died Monday, out of the blue. So, and this was a friend he was really close to. So I feel for him. I feel for you too. I'm sorry you lost your stepbrother. Cancer's a nasty thing. Yeah. See, that's a hard thing to find out on Facebook. That is a hard thing to find out on Facebook. I had to tell my one YouTube friend about another YouTube friend passing. I didn't know if she knew. And so I contacted her and I said, my condolences. I know how close you were to our friend. And I'm not going to mention any names, but she hadn't heard. So I essentially told her what happened. And probably not the best sort of way to tell. When it comes to death, I my belief system is they've always gone to someplace better. Like really, they've gone somewhere better. They're not in any pain. They're not hurting in any way. They're not hungry. They're not cold. They're not in any pain. Everything is good now. They just got switched. You know, our physical bodies can't sustain us as long as our spirits live. Our spirits shine too bright and we burn out. The body burns out. So our spirit goes back to being star stuff. It's not a bad thing. It's a good thing because you're not hurting anymore. The only people who hurt are the ones who are left behind, and those are the ones that need to remember that it's not a bad thing. It's just a change. Oh, yeah, would break your heart. I'm sorry. His dad was your stepfather and he was the best. That's awesome. That's awesome. No, I'm sorry for your loss. You're the same age. Yeah, it's hard to hear somebody my age or younger going. It's really hard because it's like, well, I'm older. How come I'm still here? And then it's like kick myself in the butt because I shouldn't be thinking that way. So I should thank my lucky stars I'm still here, which I do. I want to be here forever, ever and ever and ever after that. Oh, that's pop. It's cold pop. My son brought me home a gift from work today. He brought home a 2 liter of Pepsi for me. I'm addicted to my pop, like literally addicted. That 2 liter of Pepsi will be gone tonight or tomorrow. It won't last long. I'm drinking it like this holds a liter. Well, almost a liter. I put 4 ice cubes in it and I filled it up. So yeah, that 2 liter is gone. Sad, but that's the way it is when it comes to pop. I just love my pop. The only way to keep me out of my pop every day is cans, because I won't drink cans and cans and cans and cans of pop because I can see it. See, 2 glasses, two of these isn't a big deal. There's just glass, so it holds a liter. It's just glass. They should make those 2 liters bigger. Why can't I get a 4 liter of pop? I can get a 4 liter of milk. Why can't I get a 4 liter of pop? I can get a 4 liter of apple juice or orange juice. Why can't I get a 4 liter of pop? Just asking. Makes no sense to me. Oh, excuse me, because then I can fill up this cup 4 times instead of two. But yeah, I'm addicted to my pop, and I really shouldn't be because it's really bad. I mean, it's got all that sugar and it puts on weight. Like, let's face it, I'm turning into a potato, a big round potato, and it's not good. But hubby just told me, well, not just, he's been saying it for a little while. He doesn't think my shakes in the morning are so good for me because there's a lot of calories in fruit, and I put a lot of fruit in those. I was putting a lot of fruit, like a good half cup to a cup of fruit in my shake, and then my protein powder, and then about half a cup to a cup of yogurt. Excessive, but it tastes so damn good. So I'm starting to watch how much fruit I put in. I'm not putting that much fruit in, and I'm not putting that much yogurt in. I'm being um, very aware of how much I'm putting in. I don't measure it. I don't measure it at all, but I just eyeball it, and I'm aware. Okay, that's too much, or nope, nope, that's good. I don't want a lot. Be careful. You drank a Coke today on ice and it tastes good to you? Right on. See, I love my Pepsi. Although hubby brought home cherry Coke the other day and we drank it and it was good. I had the last one this morning. No, last night, yesterday. Yeah, I was out of pop. I drank it, then went into the living room, looked at hubby and said, I'm out of pop, 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 pop. I want pop, 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 pop. I didn't get any. He was not amused. No sense of hee haw. He's turning into a grumpy old man. He's very sad. And you're a coffeeholic? Yeah. Oh, I'm turning into a coffeeholic. I had a cup of coffee today. Maybe that's why I'm so wide awake. It's got to be that second 5 hour energy. Had two of those today, too. Anyway, hubby, we bought a Keurig for ourselves for Christmas. It was our Christmas gift. And I love it. And we bought, we found some Tetley, no, we found some Earl Grey tea, Twinnings. Well, I drink Twinnings Earl Grey in the tea bag. I buy the box from Costco of Twinnings Earl Grey tea, and it's like got hundreds in there, or over 100 in there. I don't know how many it's got in there, but I fill up my tea container. It's just a box, my tea box. Now I got two of them. I fill them up with the tea bags, and then I put that big box away. So anyway, I found K cups, Twinnings Earl Grey. Oh my god, it tastes so good on the Keurig. I'm addicted to the taste. And then my favorite coffee was hazelnut cream coffee. I loved it too much, drank pots of it, ended up with Meniere's syndrome, had to say bye bye to coffee because I couldn't drink cups like pots of it. Had to watch my caffeine. Well, hubby found me hazelnut cream K cups. So now in the morning I have one Twinnings Earl Grey K cup, and then I had one hazelnut cream coffee K cup this morning because I have two teas in the morning, and that's it. That's it for caffeine for me, unless I'm drinking pop, and then I'm screwed. Like today, I'm gonna be up for hours. Oh well. I know, doesn't hazelnut coffee taste so good? Oh, used to be a coffeeholic till you started getting upset stomach from it. Now you don't drink it as much. Yeah, it's hard on the tummy. Yeah, make your own mocha frappes. Oh, a hazelnut coffee is your favorite too. I know. So I get hazelnut cream K cup and the 12-ounce setting on the Keurig in my nice big travel mug, and then I have French vanilla International Delights because it's got to be that one. That's the only creamer that tastes good. International Delights French vanilla. Yes, you got to add that to your hazelnut coffee. Oh, it's so good. I don't like iced coffee, but I like the the ice all chipped up with the coffee. What's that called? I don't know what that's called. It's not iced coffee because iced coffee is with the ice cubes, coffee poured over it, right? And I don't like that. But I like it, the slushy coffee. And I love the slushy coffee from DQ, the Moo Latte. Oh my god, I love Moo Lattes. They're so good. And that's coffee mixed in with soft serve ice cream. It's not summer till I have a Moo Latte. But I like the coffee slushies, whatever they're called. I like those. Um, Co-op in Southie. When we go to Southie for water, we go to Regina and we stop in at Southie. Sometimes I'll get their coffee milkshake, whatever the heck it's called. With the chips, the ice chips. Um, I'll have they have mocha and they have French vanilla, and I combine the two. Oh, it's so good. Is that an iced coffee? Oh, Robert, that sounds lovely. If you could do that, that would be great. We're on Facebook together, right? Mm, that sounds lovely. I think I would like that. Yeah, I have a stomach of iron too. Takes a lot to make it upset. I don't get sick to my stomach unless I'm pregnant or really, really drunk. I don't drink that much anymore to that extent, and I'm not pregnant. I don't get sick to my stomach. Even when I have stomach flu, I don't get sick to my stomach. Unless I cough. Coughed myself sick when back in November when I got that lung infection and it was early days. Oh, that wasn't fun. But all better. Now I'm glad I'm back. I can't believe I missed all of November. I missed talking to all of you. Can't believe I missed a whole month. Hey Trey, welcome in. I'm glad you had a very Merry Christmas. That's awesome. I had a very quiet one. I just did what I wanted to do all day. Just took it easy, nice and quiet. It was a good day. And I'm glad to hear you had a good Christmas. That's awesome. And how are you doing, Trey? Did you guys hear that ding? I heard that ding. Well, good night, Cricket. Thank you for coming in. I hope you have a good rest and you have a great weekend. Yes, have a great weekend and week. Hang on, somebody's contacting me and I have to see who. Oh, it's Robert. Thank you, Robert. I heard the ding in my hearing aids. It was not ignorable because it was my hearing aids going ding, ding. Thank you, Robert. I'll take a look at it after. But I did get it. So good night, Cricket. Thank you for coming in. I hope you have a great rest and you have a great weekend and week. I'm breathing better too since being on those inhalers. I don't like the one. I'm on Combivent or something like that. Anyway, you click it, you take the top off and you click it and you press the button and it comes out in a mist like smoke that you're supposed to inhale and it makes me cough because I don't like things going down my lungs faster than I can breathe, but it is and it's hard and it's cough makes me cough. But then I take the other inhaler and it's okay. So I'm just having a hard time remembering to take the inhalers 4 times a day. It was easier when I was taking the antibiotics. So I was taking the antibiotics 4 times a day. One of them. No, twice a day. And it helped me remember to take the inhalers at least twice a day. But I have to take them 4 times a day, and I'm having a hard time forgetting that. I took it twice so far today. So that's better than yesterday. Totally forgot to take them all day yesterday. So I'm figuring it out. Because they say 4 times a day or as needed. So yes, I'm supposed to take them 4 times a day, but can take them more if needed. Or what? I'll have to contact my pharmacist. How to remember the word? What are they? Pill pushers. No, pharmacists. That's it. The pill givers. The medicine givers. So wants to see my cat cave. Let me get this out. This is the top part of it. And I'm just starting to bring it. It's not starting to bring it in and down. It's going to go down. And I'm using 3 strands of a 4 weight acrylic. Makes it nice and stiff. So that helps it stand up. Yeah. So yeah, that's all I've been doing. Gaming and crocheting, working on that. Oh, and I mailed off my first package to my sister-in-law. Finally got that mailed off. So it went off. It went out yesterday. So yay, it's on the way to her. That's nice. And hopefully I'll get paid soon. I thought she said when she was talking to us that she was going to get that payment to me right away, but I haven't seen it yet. So she might be waiting till she gets the stuff. I don't know. I wish she would at least contact me so that I could at least talk to her and say, hey, I know my stuff's kind of expensive. Maybe you weren't thinking of paying that much, but you asked for 2 cat caves and 2 slippers. So I only charged her, excuse me, $20 a pair per slipper. So, and then I only charged her 55 for the cat cave, which is a really big cat cave. I would have charged 65. So, what is it called? What pattern is it, Susan? It's out of my own little head, and it's my pattern. It's called cat cave. I'll take pictures when it's done. But I'm coming up with it in my own little head as I go. I'm winging it. I made one already, but it was really big, but I sent it off to her anyway, like I said. So she liked it by the pictures, but I didn't measure it to tell her how big it was. So we'll have to see how she likes it when she gets it. But I didn't write down a pattern for the first one. I am thinking of writing down a pattern for this one. It's a bit different. Um, so we'll see. We'll see. But it's just a big basket for a cat. And I just wrapped. I found something to make an opening, and I just did single crochet around. And then it's all single crochet. It all is single crochet. But there is no pattern yet. We'll see if I make one. We'll see. I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, cat cave. The first one is so big my cat would fit in it, and my cat's a big fluffy cat. This one is big enough my cat will fit in it too. It'll just be cozier. So hopefully she'll like it a little bit better. This one is for her. The first one's for her daughter. So I want to be really. And she liked the color of her daughter's, and her daughter's was white and blue. So I'm doing white, I'm doing cream, blue, and gray. And it's coming out with that color combo, which is awesome. I like it. So hopefully she will too. And hopefully the slippers fit her. They were supposed to be size 10 and wide. No, I don't have size 10 feet, nor are my feet wide. So I used my shoe, and if my shoe could fit in, it was good. No, that sounds horrible. I used my shoe for the length. So I got size 9 shoes, so I used it for the length and then added an inch. And then for the wide, I guessed. I really didn't know. I couldn't find a pattern that really gave me sizes, so I just guessed. If they don't fit, I guess I'll make new ones. Hopefully, she doesn't slip and fall and break her neck wearing them. Because I didn't put anything underneath. I didn't know what to put on. Like to make them so they grip. I didn't have any puff paint or anything like that to put on the bottom. So I don't know how it's going to turn out, but oh well. I just hope they fit and she likes them. I think I made one that's smaller than the other one though, which sucks. Oh well. Next time I have to make slippers, I know what I'll do. So I'll make them together at the same time. So I'll make one big rectangle, then I'll make another big rectangle, make sure they both match up, and then I'll sew them. So yeah, that's what I'll do. But other than that, we had deer in our yard. They've made tracks in our yard. They were checking out the dog run. We got a lot of tracks going out that way. I'm at the back of the house facing the backyard, and they were going out that way. But we got big field in the back, and then farmer's field beyond the copse of trees. So there's, um, yeah, lots of deer stuff, lots of deer space. Whatever I'm trying to say, I don't know. I don't know what I'm trying to say. I know what I meant. The deer like our little village, which is awesome. I like looking out our window and seeing deer across the street walking down the road. I think that's just cool. I kind of wish they'd allow hunting in villages and towns, but I understand why they don't. But I look at those walking steaks and think, I like deer sausages and deer jerky and deer steaks and deer ground up deer meat. And I can go on and on and on and on and on about how much I like deer. They're nice to look at too, don't get me wrong. I like looking at nature, but I also like to eat nature. Yes, nature tasty sometimes. There's mushrooms that are safe to eat that are tasty. There's plants that are out there that are nice to eat that are tasty. Yeah, nature tasty. Yeah. There's birds out there that are tasty, like chickens and turkeys. Those are good. I haven't had goose and I haven't had duck. I've been told that goose and duck are good if you like dark meat, but they're greasy. Well, I can handle that. Greasy is just more flavor. I don't know how greasy is it. Like, I don't know. I've never had them. They were not part of my years growing up. So, mom didn't like duck or goose. She was a white meat person, so she liked turkey breast. And she cooked her turkeys till they were dead. Ugh, ugh. I like my turkeys better. They're juicy. Even though I poke lots of holes in them so they dry out, they're still juicy. Why? Because I marinate. Yeah. Even though I poke holes in them, I marinate them. That's also because I like having a nice colored turkey instead of a pasty, pale thing. So I like to get the top all nice and crispy. And I don't necessarily like to cook it without the top on. Like my turkey's always covered. So I like it when it cooks properly in the roasting pan like it's supposed to. Some turkeys don't though. And some turkeys you gotta put out of the roasting pan and just into the hot oven so they brown on their own, but I don't like doing that. I don't know why. I just think it dries everything out. I don't like that. So I like it when my turkey's cooked properly. Yes. Speaking of turkey, we're having turkey tomorrow. So this is my husband. I've had two turkeys already. I think a week apart. We just have finished up our turkey. The last turkey, we're having turkey again tomorrow. Why? Because turkey was on sale and my husband went grocery shopping. And if he finds a turkey on sale, he buys it. Why? Because he loves turkey. Turkey is his favorite meat. He could eat turkey all day. We do not eat turkey just because it's a holiday. We eat turkey as if it's an everyday meat when we can afford it and it's on sale and we have it. So tomorrow is turkey day here at the house. Oh, your family likes venison? I've never had venison. I've had deer. I know they're kind of the same thing, but like venison, I think is a roast more. I don't know. Tell me, how do they eat the venison? 'Cause it sounds yummy. Isn't venison elk? Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe it's not deer. I don't know. I don't have a clue. But it sounds tasty. Mail me some. Ah, I wish. I wish it was easy to mail food in the mail, because I could have mailed Brit some turkey. She was upset that I was having turkey and she was having none of it, and I told her it was in the mail, but of course it wasn't because Canada Post was on strike. Now Canada Post is not on strike and I can mail her turkey, but you can't mail turkey. So yeah, kind of sucks you can't mail turkey. A lot of things you can't mail, which I think is wrong, but whatever. So I'm gonna go here. I'm gonna stay on for another minute. You like hunting? I like hunting. I've never hunted, but I like that. Like my cousins hunt, and I've eaten the spoils of their hunts, and I've been around their. They like their like to put the deer heads on the wall, and I don't find that spooky at all. I think I could have hunted, you know, but nobody taught me. And now I'm not going to go out at 53, 54 next month and start hunting on my own. I don't trust people not to shoot me. So, yeah, no. Now, plus the rules are funny here. I can't go hunting with a white man because I'm treaty. Because otherwise, they don't believe that I have to prove that I was the one who shot the animal, and I have to prove I can dress the animal, and I have to prove that I'm a hunter and I can do all these hunter things. If I want to go, If Fish and Wildlife catches me hunting, I have to prove that I'm the one hunting and I'm not just using my treaty card for somebody. Deer meat. Okay. I like deer meat. Oh dear, it's that over the weekend? That's funny. Venison is deer meat? Okay. I've had venison then. I've had. Hello? Yep, that's okay. My son. I didn't know venison was deer meat. But yes, I've had deer meat. I've had deer sausage, deer jerky, deer steak, deer hamburger. That was fun. Deer hamburger. I didn't know that was hamburger. Like that was deer meat. It tasted good. I knew it wasn't beef, but I didn't know what it was. I figured it could be beef, maybe, because she was marinating them. But it was good. It was just awesome. I got that marinade recipe from her that very day. I need to know what you soak these in because it is really good. The steaks were so tender after her marinade. You can cut them with a fork, and I did. Oh, and they were done on the Barbie too. You can still cut them with the fork. I find that Barbie tends to sometimes toughen up some meats. I don't know, but yeah, it was good. God, I wish I had a hunter in the family. Well, I do. Technically, my cousins still hunt, but you know what I mean. They live in southern Alberta. I'm here in southern Saskatchewan. I wish I knew a hunter, you know, and could purchase deer from him, like deer sausage, deer jerky. God, I love deer jerky. My friend's dad went hunting all the time, and he always made up deer sausage and deer jerky, and she always shared with me. Man, I loved his deer jerky. May he rest in peace. His deer jerky was so good. But yeah, probably not going to have any deer jerky now. And probably not going to have any deer sausage. But that was a good breakfast at my uncle's. Yep, yep. I've had moose. I've had deer. I think that's it. Moose and deer. Oh, buffalo. But who hasn't, right? Especially when it's so, like, you could get buffalo burgers now, bison burgers. So I like those. I like my buffalo. But yeah, I have to say, if I had lived closer to my uncle, I'd be a hunter. I'd have my certifications and I'd be out hunting. Yeah, but it was not part of my mother's life, and therefore I wasn't brought up as a hunter. So I missed out there. Deer burger is good. Yeah, it is. Yeah, yeah, deer burger. Mmm, it is good. Yeah, only had it once, but it was yummy. I always remember it. I just muted you guys to see if it worked. I don't know if it worked, but it seemed to. Share screen, share. Oh, share the. Oh, I see. Edit. I'm looking at the buttons I have. I got 4 people watching and 10 likes. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. But I think I'm gonna head her. I've been on for over 2 hours now, and that's awesome. First time I've done a 2 hour in a while, so thank you for that because I always stay on longer when I have good conversation, and I want to thank you guys for that because you're the reason why I stayed on so long. So thank you, and I hope you all have a great New Year's. Hey, Susan, how are you doing? I'm just saying goodbye. So I hope you guys have a wonderful New Year's, and I'm glad you all had a great holiday so far. And yeah, I'm gonna go now and dream of deer burgers. Because damn, those are good burgers. It's unfortunate I could only have eaten one, but darn, they were good. And deer jerky. Oh, I'm gonna miss that man and his deer jerky. But happy New Year's, and I'll see you guys in 2005. Bye.